Hi, I'm Claire from Bouquet Flowers and Gifts, and today I'm going to show you how to make a hand-tied bouquet in aqua bubble of water in a presentation box. And it'll look like this at the end of it. Right, today we're going to do a hand-tied aqua pack bouquet. Preparation is key with this piece that we're doing today. So before we condition the flowers, we're actually going to cut the cellophane we're going to use to wrap the bouquet. I'll just take away that sticker bit, straight as you can. So we need a piece approximately that width and another one to match it, and that's going to be the top coverage of the hand tie. So just fold them and put them to one side, and then the next bit is the bottom, which needs to be bigger because it's got to contain all the stems with the water. So recommend to do for this is pull it out, bring the top corner over to the bottom, and then you've got a good square, and that should be ample for the bottom of your bouquet. So just fill that there. Then we need a tie, which we use raffia. So long, put that round your neck so you don't lose it. And then we've got 3 different colours of ribbons. I'm going to go neutral. The tear ribbon is for the tie part of the bow. So you just cut a length that's going to be enough to tie around your bouquet stems. And then with the material, it's just an easy 2 loops, because that's not seen in the bouquet itself, but it just finishes it off. And then just tie, scrunch it up in the middle, and then tie.
See that one right there.
What? There, like so. Do another one.
Yeah, you made that look far too easy.
So strip your tie. Like so. Scrunch it up in the middle. It's like a dicky bow. And then tie it tight, and there's your bow. Okay, so I'll pop that over out the way. Gemma, could you just get us a water? I forgot. Thanks. These are our aqua boxes. Yeah. Open it up so you've got all the funny shaped bits at the top, and sort of encourage it to be a box. Then the U side of the box we fold down first, thanks. Then the 2 sides under the lap there, and the last one, turn it over and push down, so it stays like a flat proper box, like so. So that's all the preparation for the wrapping side of the bouquet. Then I advise you to get each of your flowers all stripped and put in a pile ready to go. So looking at your leather leaf, inspecting it to see if there's any black pieces or snack pieces that you just want to tidy up. So that's that ready. Next, a nice piece of eucalyptus. Anything that you think is going to be below the tying point, that means it's going to be sitting in the water. If there's any green left in the water, it's going to turn it quicker. So you just need to strip down anything that you think is going to be there. Our focal flower is Alströmera lily. Now these flowers last for ages, but the greenery doesn't do so well. So we'll just leave it on for now, but then when you go home, as your bouquet is getting a bit older, you can just pinch these off Flowers are amazing.
Yeah.
Flowers last such a long time. Carnations. Again, all the greenery from sort of that length needs to come away. So stripping that all away, like so. Okay, and then because they've just come in, they're quite tight, so we'll just roll them between our fingers and thumbs and fluff them, so we're getting good visual fullness in that head. Okay, so finger and thumb, fluff, fluff, there you go. So that's those ready. Next, a filler of Status. I'll take that bit away because it's got a bit bashed. And then again, this is a bit messy, the way it takes a bit longer because the leaves are actually growing down the stem. So you need to be stripping and peeling that back as much as you can, like so. Okay. Then we've got spider chrysanthemums, nice cream spider flower. Again, taking away all that greenery away from the stem. So about there would be good. I've got a little snap on there, so just save that. Take away like so. And then again for the third. And gerbers again, but in a different colour. We need to wire these. They've had a good drink, but they still need to be wired. So you know how to do this, you did it last week, but I'll just remind you. It's around the top of the neck and then loosely around the stem. Okay, so the same for the three of them. And then last. Okay, and now we're actually ready to make the bouquet. That's probably taken longer than it will take to put the bouquet together. So for our focal flower, I'm going to use my Alströmera lily. So that's the first one. When we're arranging the stems, we're looking to create a spiral effect so that it's easily balanced in the box with the flowers. If we had the straight stems, it'll lean to one side and it won't fill that and look nice and full in the box. It'd just be like, you know, as if someone had just bought a bunch and shoved it in there, which is not what we're doing. So, got your nice focal, Status next, and then everything I'm putting in front of the main stem flower is going down to the right, and then everything in the back to the left. If you think, hang on, I can't remember that, another way to remember how to do it, I'm going to put the carnations in next. So place one just at the front, then slightly turn your flowers, looking at the top all the time to kind of see how they're feeling, the look of. So, and then quarter turn again, and see the spacing. I've kind of got them evenly spaced out. Your flowers will move all the time, but don't worry about that because we can adjust things where they've moved before we tie off and finish. Then I'm going to use the chrysanthemum sprays in between the carnations. So, like so, slightly turn. See, that's just dropped. When that happens, we'll just lift it up again. Excuse me. We want to see all these flowers when we're looking at the top. If that's in there, that's going to happen, and you're missing your main flower. And you shouldn't want to be missing any of your flowers. Okay. So carry on with the croissants, quarter turning, and then have another look and use your mirrors. So you're going to be in front of mirrors. I'm not at the moment, but I could hold that and see the positioning from that side as well. That's why we have mirrors. We're not vain, but we use them a lot for all our work. Okay, then your gerbras are next, and we've got 3 again.
Do you always work in odd numbers?
I find it easier with 3s with the bouquet for the positioning and the pattern and the fullness. But last week we worked in evens, didn't we, for our modern arrangements. But traditional style arrangements and asymmetrics definitely work better with odd numbers. Then the last thing we're putting in to just finish off is the leather leaf.
And that's the back now.
And this is the frame. It's not got a back, so it should be
right.
all round. Okay. Then remember our tie round our neck. Put your finger through halfway. Wrap it round. Bring your 2 ends through. Pull one way, one the other. Use the corner of your workbench to pull tight and a double knot and tie. And there's your hand tied before we're cutting it. I'm going to do it again just to show you one more time. So placing your flowers all in the piles makes it so much easier for when we're coming to assemble.
So do you keep them all the same length?
No, we're going to cut it down, but it will be the same length, but it'll be the length I show you in a minute. It needs to be cut to the stems contained in that box, you see. Okay, right. I'll get another tie because I've just used that. You've got your cream raffia there. Right. So, focal, you're right. Status. And the status is balanced out by the eucalyptus being on this side. Then the carnations, like so.
Are they dyed carnation?
No, they're natural.
Are they?
Yeah. Clever these growers, aren't they?
Yeah, I love the green ones.
You can get variegated ones that have got like a different tip to their edge into them. They're amazing. People are a bit funny about carnations. They love all they like them. I really like them. I don't think there's any flower I don't like, to be fair. Prefer some to others, but yeah. And then the gerbera. Like so. Because that's leaning out, I'm just going to twist it round so the head's supported by the chrysanthemums. Okay? See, all the stems are kind of all going in that direction.
I always wondered how you did that. You know, when someone gives you a bouquet and they're like that, and I'll undo it and put it in myself.
But you'll
like
put them in straight.
But yeah.
That's where it's the trick of the trade.
Yeah.
Okay, remember this bit? Around your finger. The 2 raw ends through that loop. One way, one the other. And that's the best way to get a good firm tie without it cutting into the stems, which is not what we want to do. Right. When we cut it, we're going to measure it against the height of the box, and we want the tie to be just below the edge of the box. So put your finger, sort of grab a couple of the stems where you think, yeah, that's going to be, where the height is, and then trim those off as straight as you can. Okay, then
You haven't tied that too tight there, have you?
no, it's still going to relax and open in there. If it's too tight, it's going to look like it's half fill. The two tops are the frosted gold trim with Bouquet flowers on. We want to fold it like a skirt. Put it on the tying point, scoop it with your hand, bring it round, and then the two flaps twist just together like so. With your sellotape, just catch it in. Okay, and then your other part comes round the other side, exactly the same, scooping it with your hand. And see, I've just turned so you've got 4 peaks there, well 6 peaks, but it just gives a nice finish on the top of your bouquet. Presentation with these is all, yeah, I think. Okay,
Gorgeous.
next vital bit is the bottom. This is our square clear piece of cellophane. Open it out, and then the middle is here. Okay, your stems need to sit around the area of the middle. Take the other half back up, get your bow ready, and then scoop the sides like so. Okay, to hold that in place and to finish off your ribbon, take the tie around the back, over the top and tie of the knot of the bow, and then under as well. It's not going to slip and it's not going to undo. That's not going anywhere when the weight of the water gets poured in. And then just to finish our water, we need to be looking at the stems as we're pouring in. So find the middle-ish of your bouquet and see it coming trickling down. So you want it at least 2/3 or more or less all full, because you want to leave it in there for a few days, so that's got to last. This is flower food water as well from our clicky water, yeah. Then the box, this join here, that's the stronger part, so when you're carrying it out you could carry it that way. So that's your back, and there's your hand tag bouquet. And we set everything we do here with flower food because we actually hope that some people will take their flowers out of the box and arrange them in a vase in a few days' time. That's all the care instructions there. So we do that to encourage people to actually arrange them themselves as well and have a go. Okay?
I didn't realise that you had to leave them in that box for a couple of days.
You don't have to leave them in the box, you can take them straight out.
Okay.
That's why you've got that. That's more for if it's going to the workplace.
For a delivery.
If somebody's had is come in late and received the flowers, they don't have to worry about it till the next day. If someone's had a baby, you know, they've got enough on the plate. This is fine for a day, 2 days, but we go to houses and we see that they've been left in them because they think it looks lovely in the box. And that's not bad because it's getting flower food. The trick with that is people don't realise you've got to top that water up, because you know, they'll last longer if they're getting water. If it's much further down the line, they're going to dry out, aren't they, and not last. So this is our best seller, these hand tied bouquets, so it'll be great to see you do some. Okay? Right.
Looks like you're